Hi everyone, it's Jerry. This is video 1 from the Beginner to Chess Master playlist, which is a progressive series of videos. And we're going to have a look at the most basic checkmate, the one where it is our king and queen versus the enemy king. Now, one of the first things to note is that when we're working with just our king and queen versus the enemy king, the only way to give checkmate is if the enemy king is on the edge of the chessboard. So I'm referring here to this A file, H file, rank 1, or rank 8. He needs to be located somewhere here in order to give checkmate. So let's see what approach we can take in order to force the enemy king to the edge. Now, a good start here is to simply identify which edge of the board we would like the enemy king to go to. And I'm going to pick this one here, this 8th rank. I'm going to force the enemy king there. And a good first move is a queen move. We're going to look to position our queen in a way so that she restricts the enemy king. Now, a good start is queen to d4. She's restricting the king. She's cutting the king off, not allowing him to cross this 4th rank, not allowing him to move away from the 8th rank. Another good start would have been queen to a4, doing similar. However, if we could be a bit more central with our queen, this is often all the better because she is restricting the king that much more, taking some more squares away from the king. So once we've done that, once we've positioned our queen so that she cuts the king off, we look to now improve our king position. It takes a team effort in order to give checkmate, so we need to work with our king and queen to give checkmate here. So what we look to do is basically move our king as close to the enemy king as we can. And this right here, this position, is generally what we're looking for. And this approach that I'm showing here, and this method that I'm showing, this is what we're looking for. One where our king is on one line, in this case 1 rank, our queen is on another rank right next to our king, and the enemy king is like so. Each occupies a particular line. Once we have this type of position, this is where we will next look to improve our queen position. And we could do that with queen to d5. Notice how the white king is responsible for watching over these 3 squares. The white queen guards these 3, and the king is now forced in the direction we want him to go to, namely this 8th rank. So he goes back. We now improve our king position once more, and it's the same procedure over and over. It's the same pattern. We once again have a situation where each occupies a particular line right next to each other. We now improve our queen position once more. Notice, because of our well-positioned queen, she's not allowing the king to go to this square here. The queen is watching over this e5 square. The white king has these 2 here. He has to go back once more. Same thing over and over. We improve our king position again, and if black in this position goes back ever voluntarily, we could look to improve our queen position immediately. If the king goes to e8 in this position, we could basically mimic that movement, play to c7, and he is exactly where we wanted him from the beginning, the 8th rank. But in this particular example, he goes to this g7 square. They're each occupying a particular line here, a particular rank in this case. We can improve our queen position now, and then improve our king position again, and in this final position, we actually have 4 different ways we can be giving checkmate. Any of these 3 squares with our queen, or even here, would be checkmate. So queen to d8 is sufficient enough, and that's it. Black is in checkmate. So just a few positions I want to show at the end of this video here to be aware of. Things you want to avoid, positions you want to avoid, are stalemate, of course. We're looking to win this type of an endgame. Stalemate, do know, will only occur if our queen is a knight's move away from the enemy king. This is the only way there is the possibility to have the enemy king be in stalemate. If we're making a king move, black now has no legal moves and is not in check. This will be a draw. Just be aware of these types of positions. The queen, again, whenever she is a knight's move away from the enemy king, you could run the risk of putting your opponent in stalemate. And just a couple more here to close up. The king is just a knight's move away in that situation. And lastly, another situation here where, again, if it is black to move, he would be in stalemate. But again, just a very quick recap what we did here with checkmating. We cut the king off. We improve our king position as best we can and slowly work as a team with our king and queen, forcing the king to the edge, and then finally giving checkmate. So that's all for this video. As always, I hope you got something out of it, and I'll catch you in video 2. Take care.